What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here with the week's hottest topics. This is going to be for the week of February 7th through February 12th. All right, you guys. So like last week, I don't have that many topics, but I do have some topics to talk about nonetheless. So you guys, without further ado, let's talk about what happened, what's trending this week. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is we have to extend a rest in peace to one of the original members of the Supremes, Ms. Mary Wilson. So she passed away. It was Monday night at her home in Nevada. Let's see what it says. The cause. Yes, it says the cause was not immediately, known, not immediately clear. I don't think she had COVID or anything, so it may just be that, she passed away of old age. She was 76 years old. So yeah, it's interesting. We just keep losing a lot of our legends here lately. A lot of our legends. Because it feels like 2020 all over again. Because we started with Kobe last year. And now this year, we have Cicely Tyson, Ms. Wilson, a slew of other people. So rest in peace to Ms. Mary Wilson. You will be missed. So let's go ahead and just get into the mess that happened this week, you guys. All right, you guys. So the first story that I want to talk about is one that has been at the top of every blog this week. Gorilla Glue Girl. Gorilla Glue Girl. Now, originally, when we first started seeing Gorilla Glue Girl, I didn't know that she was in her 40s. But I'm not going to talk about her age or anything like that. That's not for me to do. I just found it rather interesting. So, I was scrolling through social media and I saw, her talking about, her hair had been like that for the last month. And it wasn't by choice. She told us she had been using that Got to Be, which I had never heard of that either, Got to Be spritz. But she ran out of that, so she went and used some Gorilla Glue spray, which I never knew that Gorilla Glue came in a spray can. Never knew that. That was the first time I ever saw that. Because I'm used to Gorilla Glue in the little bottles, because I actually bought some Gorilla Glue last year to try to fix my mom's grave. And it tells you not to get it on your skin. That's one of the things it tells you, not to get it on your skin. So I was just like, and then I was just like, she didn't read it. She didn't read it. So then people started saying, well, she may have gotten confused with, she may have thought the Gorilla Glue was like the gorilla snot. I'm like, okay, I could give her that, but I can't. And the reason why I can't give her that is because the Got to Be spritz, the Gorilla Snot, those are sold in the hair care aisle. The Gorilla Glue is in the industrial side, because I didn't know when I was looking for Gorilla Glue, I had no idea where to find it. But I'm like, maybe it's over here with like the super glue and all that kind of stuff. Because if it's Gorilla Glue, it sounds like it's like it is an adhesive. So I was just like, wow. And then when she put that shampoo on her scalp, and it just stayed there, I'm like, ooh, you really effed your hair up. Because she said she had done it. She had done it for her had been like that for a month. So I was just like, wow, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. And I know I've saw a lot of people who've said some not so nice things about the woman, and I don't agree with that. What she did, was it stupid? Yes, it was really stupid to put some Gorilla Glue in your hair. But I don't agree with the comments that people have made about her. It was a lapse in judgment. It was a momentary lapse in judgment. And like I said, I just don't agree with people discussing things about the woman. I'm not gonna repeat any of them, but I've just saw and heard some things that I'm like, that's not. You might not agree with what the woman did, but damn, she didn't kill anybody. She didn't, like y'all are saying some of the nastiest things about her. Also, she has been verified on, I think it's Instagram where she's been verified on. Her name is Tessica something. Tessica is her name. She had a GoFundMe. I think at this point that GoFundMe is up to Is it 1,500 or 15,000? You guys let me know in the comment section, because I didn't even know she had a GoFundMe until the other day. But yeah, I was just really, and like I said, I'm not gonna say anything disparaging or negative about the woman. It's just, did you not? What were you like? It says don't put it on your skin. So you put it in your hair, which is a part of your skin, your scalp. Look at my scalp. That is my skin. So the hair, even though I don't have a lot of hair follicles, the hair follicles come out of your skin. Skin. Hair is right here. It comes out of your skin. So, and then when originally she went to the hospital, and I was like, ooh, because that nurse was like, she didn't know what she was, which I don't think anybody knew what they were doing. Even Gorilla Glue had commented on social media to her and told her some things that they suggested that she do. And everything, when I saw acetone, I'm like, oh, y'all trying to burn, she gonna have to burn her scalp and her hair. And I was like, by the end of this, homegirl's not gonna have any hair. She's gonna have to wear wigs for the rest of her life. But when she was at the hospital, I think they said it was gonna take 12 hours for them to do anything to her hair. And she said no, and she went home with her sister, and they were trying to put that acetone on there. But that video that I was looking at, she was wincing, and I'm like, exactly, that's burning your head. So then I know a few days ago, a doctor in California had reached out and said that, I think he said he would fly her out and he would perform a surgery so that, she could get the glue loose, whatever, I don't know. But I did see, yesterday that Tessica's hair, the glue is gone and her hair was intact. I'm like, wow. Now when she took that ponytail, when they finally cut that ponytail off her head, I was like, oh, that looks bad. Because it looked like you could just stick your fingers up in there. But I'm like, even if you stick your finger, is it gonna move? I just really want to know, what was she thinking? I know people have said that she wants to sue Gorilla Glue, but she's come out and said that wasn't true. And I was even thinking to myself, how can she sue Gorilla Glue? And people kept talking about the case of McDonald's when the woman sued them for burning herself with the coffee. That's a different situation though, because that coffee was scalding hot. Because she burnt. That tore her up. This woman just ignored what was on the packaging, and now I know people could say semantics. It says skin, so people would just automatically think hands, face, this. But if you think, again, this is skin, baby. It's still skin. But like I said, at the end of it, her hair, but I don't know what the lasting effects are going to be on her hair. Yes, they got the glue out, but what is the lasting impression that's going to do? Is your hair damaged? Are you going to have to cut some of that off? Because it's interesting. It's an interesting story. And then I did see the other day, yesterday, that a man didn't believe that story was real, so he went and glued his lips to a cup. I'm just like, oh my God, are people this bored? And you got to be bored. Because, why would you glue your lips? That's just like her putting the glue in her hair. Why would you put your lips? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about that story. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, so the next story that I want to talk about is Nene. Now, this is a story that I haven't talked about that much. I know I probably have talked about it, but I haven't talked about it that much on this channel. So the situation with Nene, we all know Nene is not on Real Housewives of Atlanta. At this point, Nene has burned her bridge with Bravo and with NBC. I don't see them ever wanting to work with her again. From her calling Andy Cohen a cokehead to saying that they're racist over there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and, say, again, like I said with Tessica, I'm not going to say anything negative or disparaging about Nene, because that's not who I am, and I don't want that to come off. I just have a lot of questions when it comes down to Nene. And I'm not saying that what Nene is saying isn't true. It's just that I question some things in this whole thing. So you all know she's saying that she's saying that there's she was underpaid, and excuse me, the racist stuff. And I just questioned something. I just questioned it. Again, like I said, I'm not saying that Nene is not being true. I'm not saying it's not true, because she is saying that she has some stuff and that she'll release this stuff. Honestly, when it comes down to Nene, I kind of wish that Nene would take a break from social media. That would be the best thing for her, because every time she says something, it just doesn't look. It's not a good look. Let your lawyers, your attorneys, let them speak for you. You stay off of social media. Don't say anything. Don't say anything about Andy. Don't say anything about Bravo. Don't say anything about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Although she says she hasn't said anything about Real Housewives of Atlanta or the ladies, which that's not true, because she just said something last week about Portia. Portia not standing with her because of her job. But I mean, can you blame the woman? She has a child to feed. She has a child to take care of. Yes, she's on Dish Nation, but I don't think those Dish Nation checks compare to the Real Housewives of Atlanta check. I know she has her podcast. I don't think anything that Portia's doing right now compares to those Real Housewives of Atlanta checks, and not even the checks themselves. The notoriety that comes with Real Housewives of Atlanta, the fact that she can promote her businesses on Real Housewives of Atlanta. When it comes to Nene, I just wish that Nene had gone different routes with things. And I'm gonna bring up some of the other housewives who have left Bravo, and they have other businesses that makes them money, so they don't have to rely on it. And that's the likes of Bethany Frankel, Lisa Vanderpump. Those are the two that stand out automatically to me. Like, I don't know. And again, like I said, I'm not saying that Nene's not telling the truth. My question for Nene, which I keep talking around, but the question that I have, Nene was on Real Housewives of Atlanta from season 1 up until season 12. Now we know she took a break when she went to Hollywood, and she was on Glee and The New Normal. We know she took a break in between that. But even then, she still came in a friend capacity. And then season 9, she wasn't there at all. And she came back for season 10 through 12. So the issue that I have is, and again, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say allegedly. So allegedly, the racist, she was underpaid. If that were the case, why did you stick around so long? Like, that's where I'm mind blown and I'm baffled at. Again, I'm not saying that she's not telling the truth. It's just you were so buddy with Andy Cohen for years. You were one of them. I mean, he kept you on Watch What Happens Live. And then, people, here's one thing that I will say. The last few years of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene hasn't been the Nene from the past. From what I could see, even at the reunions, she didn't show up. The last reunion that Nene showed up and showed out at was the season 10 reunion, when she went back and forth with Kim. That was the last of it. Season 11 reunion, she was like, yep, I did that. You're right. What's next? And then last season reunion, she closed her laptop and walked off the set. Like, she's not doing her job. So why would they keep paying her this amount of money when she's not giving them anything in her job description? But back to my other point, she's saying things were bad, I'm going to say we believe her. If things were bad, why not leave? I get you're in a contract, but get your lawyers to find a loophole to get you out of that contract if you are being mistreated, being underpaid. Like, when it comes to most people in their regular jobs, if you are in a position that you don't like and you're not making enough money, you're going to start looking for employment elsewhere. You're going to start applying for other jobs. So that's just my question for Nene. Why stick around? Why? And then let's go back to the other point that I was just making. Like I said, she was upset about the pay. I know she was upset about the pay going into this season, but like I said, for the last 2 years in a row, you haven't given Bravo anything to work with. So why are they going to keep compensating you for lackluster performances? That's just my question. Like I said, season 11 reunion, nothing. She was, and I remember reviewing the season 11 reunion, and she was just nasty. Like she was just, when her and Cynthia was talking, Cynthia was right about everything and she was wrong. Same with Eva. Eva was right about everything, she was wrong. And then the season 12 reunion, I think a lot of people went into the season 12 reunion thinking, okay, we finna get this back and forth between Nene and Kenya, because that was the build up the entire season. But when things got really, actually, even with the Giovanna situation, I don't know why Nene couldn't be around for that. Like, girl, just sit there. If you're gonna be quiet, just be quiet. Like I said, she just didn't perform for her job. So it's a lot of questions. But I'll leave that to say, I say all of that to say that it came out that her team had dropped her. But then she said a few days later that her team didn't drop her. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. Honestly, I just wish the best for Nene. I really do. You know, like I said, I enjoyed Nene. The Nene that I enjoyed was the Nene from from season 1 through before she went to Hollywood. Because I feel like when Nene went to Hollywood, it just, her head got a little bit bigger. Actually, Nene started smelling herself when she did The Apprentice. I think that's when Nene started to smell herself a little bit, but she was still likable and relatable at that point. But then once she started doing, the television shows, I think that's when she felt like, oh, I'm gonna go Hollywood and I'm leaving these girls behind. I hope Nene stacked her money up. I really do, because I just don't know where she's gonna go next. I don't know. That's the thing. Where does she go next? Is she gonna do like what Phaedra did and go to marriage boot camp with Greg? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and let's discuss. And let's move on. All right, you guys. So yeah, as I said, I don't really have a lot that I want to talk about this week. So the next thing that I want to talk about, like I said last week, why do people keep bothering people? So last week I was talking about people messing with was it Chloe Bailey? Now this week people are talking about Lauren London is pregnant. Here's the thing: has no one ever heard that it's rude to assume or even ask a woman if she's pregnant, or even say a woman is pregnant? I mean, unless a woman tells you straight out from her mouth that I'm pregnant, that's the only thing you need to go by. But don't assume that a woman is pregnant. That's not the move. That's not the move whatsoever. What else? So yeah, people will talk, like I said, people were talking about she was pregnant. She's come out and said she's not pregnant. She's still grieving the loss of Nipsey Hussle. Like, how insensitive can people be? And even if she was pregnant, what the hell does that have to do with anybody? Why is it anybody's business if she's pregnant? If she's pregnant, she was. Like, I don't get why people are so infatuated with things like that. It just makes no sense to me. So yeah, leave her alone. And then the last thing that I want, well, I guess these will be, small talk. Last thing I want to talk about is Nick Cannon. He and Viacom have once again reunited after his comments last year, the anti-Semitic comments that he made. So the show will go back into production. They didn't say when, but they did say soon. Actually, here's a question: has anybody been watching Wildin' Out? I have not watched Wildin' Out in years. The last time I remember watching Wildin' Out, it was on MTV2 back in the day. I haven't watched Wild 'N Out in some years. So it also says, he's apologized and educated himself by partnering with Jewish leaders. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for the hot topics this week. Like I said, it wasn't really a lot. There were some other things I could have talked about, but I didn't want to discuss them. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about all the topics we've talked about this week. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Get down in the description bar and go over to my planner channel and subscribe there. You guys, also, before we go, I do want to discuss one more thing with the, Valentine's. It's Valentine's weekend. So I hope you guys have a great, safe Valentine's if you celebrate it. The weather. That was something I meant to talk about in the beginning of the video. The weather. I know the weather is changing in different spots of the country. If you guys, I know the winter storm, I guess that's what they're calling it, is coming through. I know in Texas, we're supposed to get snow starting tomorrow and go up until Monday. I can't deal with that. I know. Actually, everything started last night, Thursday, because we had a big accident here on I-35 in Fort Worth, where I think it said 5 people were dead. It was 100 car pile up. When I saw that on the news last night, it was interesting. It was wow. When that FedEx truck ran into them cars, my heart goes out to those people who were affected by that. Like, immensely, my heart goes out to those people, those families. I know I saw a plane in Georgia that didn't make it off the runway, but the passengers on side, they were okay. I know I saw an accident in Georgia on 75 there. But yeah, you guys, if you guys have to go out, which I hope you guys don't, if you do, stay safe out there. Stay safe. Please do me that big favor and stay safe so that you guys can come back and we can talk again. Also, you guys, remember, wash your hands, wear your mask, socially distance, and we'll get through this together. So until the next one, you guys, I know I say this, we do this every week, try to do it at the same time and the same place. The time this week was off just because I didn't charge my phone, number one. And then number two, that impeachment trial. Today was a mess watching, whose lawyers give their side. It was hilarious. It felt like I was watching SNL. I'm not discussing him. I don't want to talk about him. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I will see you guys later on tonight for Life After Lockup and Bell Collective. And then I'll see you guys again on Saturday for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So again, you guys, I hope that you guys have a great Valentine's weekend if you celebrate it. I want you guys to stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.